Hey, what's up guys? Aaron here, Off the Scales Fishing. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you guys how I store my urchin baits and how I came up with it and all what goes into it. Let's talk about it. So anyway, yeah guys, I just wanted to take a few minutes in this video and show you guys what I came up with as far as storage for my urchin baits. The biggest craze in bass fishing right now. Man, in all honesty, I probably should have done this video over a month ago when I first started getting into this, because all these tackle companies now are coming out with storage ideas and stuff, or making tackle storage for all these urchin baits. But I still think mine's pretty unique and really cheap to make. But and then we'll go over a couple of my favorite rigging, the way I like to rig them. Obviously there's several different ways guys are doing it, but these are just my favorites. But anyway, but yeah, so basically guys, this is kind of a look at it. I'll give you a quick look of how I'm doing it. Man, I'm able to store, being that it's such a deep tote keeper and stuff, I'm able to keep all my my hooks in there, and then my nail weights in the back. That's what I like about this. I'm a super organized, or I try to be an organized guy when it comes to my fishing tackle. It just helps me in my fishing game. So but anyway, I'll share with you guys real quick of where I got this stuff and what I used. Let me get these weights up out of here real quick. As you can see, it's just a tote keeper, and I got it from Dollar General for like, I don't know, $7-8, right? Super cheap. I didn't want to get a huge one, so I kind of got a medium sized one, but not too big, not too small. But here's kind of a look at it. I can store this in my boat, no problem. I've already got a little designated area for it. And I'll show you the little 2 strips that I use. But as you can see, it comes on, those wires. I can shake this all day long. They're not coming off. Simple tote keeper, right? So what I used to put my my urchin baits on is this little strip right here, and it's a bird be gone strip. And people put these on the side of their businesses, the side of their houses and stuff, to keep pigeons away or birds away from crapping all over your business or whatever. And you can see they come with this super thin wire, almost identical to the wire that the baits come on, and there's 3 rows of them, right? So I mean, you can store hella urchin baits on here, man. So it's a great idea. I thought, man, I sat there and thought forever about how I was going to go about storing these things, because these urchin baits are not cheap. I mean, I don't have to tell you guys, but yeah, so Bird Be Gone makes it. I'll pop up a little link while I'm talking here. And all I did was take 2 of the strips. I didn't use all 3 wires. And then I used a light sandpaper and roughed up the bottom of the tote keeper there. And then I glued them down and, let that glue cure real good. And it stayed real good. I'm only using, as you guys can see, man, like I said, I can store just a ton of them on there. So I think this is a great concept. And then, like I said, I can keep my hooks and everything in there. I like to, this is kind of a technique of its own. And like I said, I try to stay organized. So, I'm able to keep all, you know, being that it's so deep and stuff, you know, I can keep extra nail weights and my hooks in there, you know, and all in the same container, which I absolutely love. So that's kind of look at the storage for them. As far as the couple, my favorite ways to rig them, I was doing the treble hook, you know, way, but I'm kind of getting away from that right now because I'm hearing, you know, a lot of the trebles are getting, you know, are piercing the bass's tongue and they're bleeding out and stuff like that, man, and I'm just not going to be that guy. So, but here's the nail weights that I'm going to use. I was using for the treble, but I'm still going to continue to use these for, you know, for a weedless version hook. I think Gamakatsu's the only ones that have came up with a weedless version. But I mean, all you do, let me get a urchin off here. All you do is use, I'll show you how to embed these inside the, you know, the ball here of the urchin. I like to pull the tentacles back, but I use a normal nail weight with a point on it, and I use that as a guide. So as I'm pushing that in, I'm gonna come back with this, because these are a son of a gun to push in by themselves in this TPE plastic. You're just not going to be able to do it. So you got to use a nail weight as a guide and then push that through and then follow it up with that nail weight right there. And then it has that little cup on the bottom of it, and that's what sits on the bottom of the ball while it's embedded in there. The greatest thing about these little nail weights from Icon Tackle, this is a tackle company I found online. They got that little hole in there, and that's what your hook point goes through while it's embedded inside the bait. So, you know, absolute great nail weight. They come in, you know, I got them in 1/8, 3/30 or 3/32, 1/8, and 3/16. Super cool little nail weight. So that's one way to rig them. I'm probably going to get my hands on some of those Gamakatsu with the weed guard because I fish Guntersville a lot, you know, and I need a weedless presentation, you know, for fishing some of those real weedy lakes and stuff like that. I don't think a whole lot of companies yet are coming out with a weedless version, you know, that has a weed guard on them. So I'm going to be looking into that, and that's going to be like my weedless rig that I'm going to use. My favorite way that I do rig them right now, and I'll share that with you guys, are these guys right here. They're made by, and I got them in the 5/0, the 6/0, and the 4/0. So, and then the 6/0, you know, so I'm going to run my, and then I'll take one of these hooks out here in just a minute and show you guys. I'm going to use you're going to want to use your 6/0 for like your bigger urchin baits, you know, like your 25, you know, the big ones, the 25 millimeters. I'll probably use the 5 and 4s for like 19 millimeter and down. You know, the 4/0 and 5/0. And I've already taken this is the original package, but, you know, I took off the, you know, the company name or whatever, and then the wife, she broke out her little label maker, and then she was able to put the, you know, the hook size, you know, the hook-aught size, and then, you know, the weight. So I thought that was pretty neat. I appreciate her. Shout out to her for doing that. So, but anyway, these are made by BC Lures once again, and I'll take one of these hooks out and I'll show you guys how to rig one up real quick. It's one of the easiest ways that I've seen to rig it, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to take out a 4, for example, and I'll show you guys a good look at this hook or whatever. And it's got the weight right there, that little cup that is going to cup around the ball of the urchin bait. So, and that's, you know, those are the different weights. I got them in 1/8 from 3/16, and then yeah, I think just 1/8 and 3/16, and then I think they make a 3/32 too, or something like that. So anywho, so I'll rig one of these jokers up for you real quick. All you do is obviously find the you know, the pre-made hole that they come with. I like to pull the tentacles back, you know, to be able to get to it a little bit better. And then you take your line tie, right, and then you find that same hole, and then you simply just thread them on, and you'll hear a kind of a pop when it goes through. When you know you made it through or whatever, it'll pop. It can be a kind of a bugger. It takes a little bit of practice to do it, of course, like anything else. But once you get it, oh dang! See, I'm still learning this as well. You know, this is shout out to my buddy Michael down at Tackle Box. He got the first order in, and they sold out very quick. And he got in a new order. He's real good about keeping stuff in, so I made sure that I got down and got some of these hooks. But gotta find that hole just right. Yep, and then you hear that pop right there. And as you can see, that's all that's to it. There's your oh wow, that thing got me. Yep, it cut me or whatever. So that just goes to show you. But anyway, there's your line tie right there. Okay, and then as you can see, that little cup goes right around the ball, and then the shank of your hook is right there. So talk about a super easy way to rig these. I absolutely love it. You know, when you go to set the hook, it's going to get in the roof of their mouth. You know, instead of using that treble way and, you know, hooking them in the tongue and then fish bleeding out. So like I said, I'm not going to be that guy, you know, killing fish if I don't have to, man. We gotta take care of our fish before anything. So damn, that hook got me too. So they're good hooks. But anyway, so that's my favorite way to rig them right there, guys. Those are really the only two methods that I'm using right now. I hope this video helped you guys. You know, if you guys want to, you know, share, you know, down in the comments how you guys are rigging them, or, you know, using storage or stuff like that, you know, to store them with. I'd be more than happy to look at those. I'm always interested in stuff like that. So, you know, get in the comment section and, you know, let me know. But I hope this video helped you guys out. I wish I would have done this, like I said, over a month and a half ago when, you know, this whole trend started and all these baits and stuff come out. But anyway, I hope I helped you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a follow, give me a like, and we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.